This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
South today, aspiring Central Otago boxers wanting to take a swing in the ring will soon get the opportunity for a good cause. A young Dunedin actor is one of just a few lucky people selected for a 6-month job at Disneyland in Florida. And a multi-million-dollar revamp for Arrowtown's local museum is a step closer to reality. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Melissa Barton. Aspiring Central Otago boxers wanting to take a swing in the ring will soon get the opportunity and will be supporting a new mental health initiative in the process. Cromwell man Matt Edwards is set to host a charity boxing event in the town later in the year and is seeking people who are keen to train for the event.
Getting in some quality training ahead of the Right Fight charity boxing event in Cromwell later this year. Organiser Matt Edwards is calling for volunteers to come along and train and see if they've got what it takes.
Myself, Lay and Tubbs, we're doing a charity boxing event called the Right Fight. It's going to be raising money for mental health awareness and support.
He's recently launched a charity called Lean On Me to provide funds for mental health support and raise awareness of the challenges mental health issues can cause.
Just trying to create a little bit of awareness in Central Otago, New Zealand, for something that seems to be a bit of an epidemic at the moment, which is suicide and anxiety, depression, anything like that. So anything we can do to help.
About 30 places are available for people wanting to take part in the initial charity boxing event training sessions. Between 10 and 12 will then be selected to go on to the contender stage, where they'll be conditioned for the event and matched up with people for the competitive stage.
There'll be a lot of training based around the techniques and also just getting into the mental state of being able to get in a ring, take a punch, give a punch, those sorts of things as well, because, I guess, with what we're fundraising for, the mental side of it is important.
A boxing commissioner has signed off the main event scheduled for December the 7th. Edwards says the money raised will help remove the cost associated with mental health support. In Cromwell, the South today.
There's hope fewer cars will lead to more feet on Dunedin's main street this weekend. The City Council closed George Street last night between Hanover and St Andrews Streets to northbound traffic. It's set to reopen on Monday morning. Public event Glow will run from tomorrow to Sunday, for which performers and installations will fill the street during the day, while lights from artist Angus Muir will be lit from 5 until 9 p.m. daily. The closure will affect bus services. This time-lapse footage at the St Andrews Street intersection shows how busy it is. The event is the first of a series of trials and activities which allows the public and the council to experience what the block might be like under the preliminary concept plans for George Street. A young Dunedin actor is one of just a few lucky people selected for a 6-month job at Disneyland in Florida. Sarah Latta is a self-confessed Disney fan who is hoping her latest gig could prove to be her lucky break.
From New World to Disney World, Dunedin actor and sometimes self-confessed checkout chick Sarah Latta enjoying a little quiet time before she jets off to a new career and life at Disney World in Orlando, Florida.
Sarah, check your emails! And checked that and said congratulations, and I sprung out of bed, ran down the hallway and just screamed at my mum and my cat, who was incredibly startled, and my sister, and just started absolutely just crying on the floor because I was so excited, because I didn't think I was going to get in. I didn't think I was. So there was that.
Like many people around the globe, she's grown up with movies from one of the world's largest entertainment franchises, and she has a definite reason for having a favourite Disney princess.
But Rapunzel at the moment is probably my top from Tangled. She's probably my top at the moment. Yeah.
Especially for the frying pan scene.
Especially for the frying pan. I sometimes do that in my own kitchen and wave it around.
Her role is in merchandising, not quite the acting role she'd really like, but she says it's a start and she's been told it's like being on stage all day. Latta says she applied for the role on a whim, thinking there was no chance of getting it.
And one day, it was a Sunday, I'm sitting at the coffee table and I'm like, oh, this is Disney ad, I might as well apply. They're going to say no, but I might as well. Next day I got an interview. So, from people from actual Disney World. They fly all over the world.
She's excited to be going, but says she'll miss her family and her cat. While the international corporation has partially sponsored her trip, she's also put up a sizable amount of money.
So I had to pay for my own flights and medical insurance and some housing things because they give you an apartment there with some other people. But they actually do sponsor quite a lot of money for you to get over there, such as they, pay for your costume and just for working in Disney anyway, because while you're working there you get free entry to the parks.
She interviewed for the position on the same day as young women from Wellington and Auckland, but believes she's the only applicant from Dunedin to be jetting to Florida. In Dunedin, the South Today.
A woman has ended up getting arrested after she came to the aid of her friend after he crashed while allegedly driving drunk. Police were called about midnight last night when the 27-year-old man rolled his car down a bank from Queen's Drive to High Street. He was found to have an excess breath alcohol reading nearly 4 times the legal limit. The 24-year-old woman who drove to the scene was also breathalyzed and was found to be over the limit herself. A multi-million-dollar strengthening and revamp project for Arrowtown's local museum is a step closer to reality. The museum was identified as potentially earthquake-prone last year, but now a resource consent application has been submitted to bring it up to scratch.
Another step down the path to being renovated. A resource consent application has been filed for earthquake strengthening work on this old BNZ bank in Arrowtown after several years of engineering reports. Built in 1875 to a Robert A. Lawson design, the building is now part of the Lakes District Museum.
The strengthening is a great opportunity as well for us to take the museum building, the BNZ building, back to its original R.A. Lawson design. He was a prominent architect. He designed the first church in Dunedin and Otago Boys High, and he also drew the plans for Larnax Castle, so an important architect.
The bank closed as a branch in 1916 and was eventually gifted to the museum in the 1950s.
This is obviously sort of one of his more modest buildings. He designed a lot of banks. This is one of the more modest ones, so it's a great opportunity for us to put the original roof back on the building and take it back to its original design.
The upcoming project includes strengthening, renovations and public access improvements, all to happen simultaneously.
We're also going to take the opportunity to increase accessibility. We're hoping to be able to put in a lift to give access to the bottom of the museum and upgrade some of our displays in that bank at the same time.
She says they recognise ticking off everything on their to-do list won't come cheap.
We've approached some of the major funders and we've definitely had some positive feedback from them as far as recognising the importance of the project, but we will be going out to the wider community and trying to raise some extra money to help us get this project completed.
It's expected the total cost of the project will be several $1 million. In Arrowtown, the South Today.
Still to come on the South Today, we learn the fate of a rare sea lion which visited Dunedin, and we meet a group of Christchurch artists who enjoy making their mark. So see you after the break.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
The season has changed, and at Alec Campbell Menswear, in our 3 stores, Cromwell, South Dunedin and Mosgiel, we have it covered. Check out these jackets. They'll keep you warm and dry and stylish. Of course, we're known for our fashion shirts, But in the winter, we do have our lovely warm shirts. Look at them all. And we're known for our great range of winter knitwear too. Don't forget our stretch moleskins, 6 colours.
Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits!
We'll keep you warm and dry and looking just great.
Step into Op Shop on St Andrew and discover a place with plenty of bargains for yourself, your friends and the whole family. We have new items arriving every day. Visit us for a fabulous range of economy and upmarket clothing, accessories, books, shoes and more. Shop with us and support your community.
If you're suffering from sciatica, lower back pain, hips and pelvis and knees, this technique will work wonders for you. The energy flow is transmitting through the muscles. Come and see Sunny Chin.
When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489 2274.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 17 years. New doors, replacement doors and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team.
Welcome back. Dunedin's first recorded visiting crab-eater seal has died shortly after finishing its travels in Wellington. The 2-metre-long female was spotted in Karatane and then off Birdlands Flat in Canterbury earlier this month. It was discovered on Saturday in the Hutt River but died a few days later. Te Papa Vertebrates curator Colin Miskley says the seal's body will be kept for further research, as having intact skeletons of different seals is a useful reference point when researching fossils. Following on from last night's tale about the artisans at Handmade Studio in Christchurch, we now bring you the second part of that story. The studio is now in its 35th year, providing artisans with disabilities a supportive environment to create colourful fabrics and items for sale to the public.
It's very much a personal skill. You know, it is an artisan. It's something that when a person has woven the fabric and it's made into a product, something that people can be proud of, and it take a great lot of joy and pride in seeing people come and have a look at the item and meet the person that wove that fabric, that made that garment, that is walking around the streets in Christchurch today and in fact all around the world. We get a lot of tourists in, and we also supply areas that sell to tourists, so we know our items are going around the world. So not only do people get an item that's made with care and love, they get a story as well.
My name is Talita. I've been here since 8 or 9 years, since I finished high school. So this is my new colour I'm just working on now. It's mustard yellow, and this is like a nice warm soft sheep wool. It's like a good environment, lots of lovely ladies, just kind, sweet, just like a big family to me, and just feel right at home.
My name is Roseanne. I've been here for 23 years and I've never looked back. I love this place because they're all friendly here. We're like a big family. It's all so lovely and it's calm and relaxing, and it's stressful, and I like it working here, and I just love it. I want to get out of bed. I like coming to work.
Yes, they're all wonderful. I know they're listening. So yeah, they're all wonderful. But yeah, they're a great team. They're very supportive. My role is to look after the management, to raise the money to make sure it continues. And part of that is having their support and belief and encouragement. We've all got a vested interest and a responsibility in making it work and helping each other to grow in their skills, but also grow individually. Hopefully I've provided an opportunity for them for over 35 years. And Yeah, so, and it's also provided an opportunity for me. So, yeah, it's a two-way street. We all work together. You know, we can all be pretty grateful for what we've achieved, and may it long continue.
My name's Fiona. I've worked here since 2 years in June. I love working here with Tony and Pat. We have all kinds of people that come in here, and I enjoy my job very much.
My name's Karen Ashworth, and I've been here for 15 years in June. I was nervous and I wasn't sure if I wanted to come here. I came for the day. 15 years later, I'm still here.
My name is Karen McClure. I've been here for over 15 years. This is material that I'm making. It's burgundy and pink, and I love it here. All the team are wonderful. The staff are fantastic. They help you when you need help. So that's why I love it here.
Joe's dead.
Hi, my name's Joanne. I've been here 7 years. It's 7 months now. This is my very new passion, and I loved my time.
Being able to come somewhere and do an activity for the day and enjoy it in itself is a good reward. May you be happy when you leave, and may you look forward to being happy when you come back.
After the break on The South Today, we find out what the latest happenings are at the Hampton Library, and we have a look at the weather heading into the weekend, so stay with us.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality, stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 17 years. New doors, replacement doors and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team.
When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489-2274.
If you're suffering from sciatica, lower back pain, hips and pelvis and knees, this technique will work wonders for you. The energy flow is transmitting through the muscles. Come and see Sunny Chin.
Step into Ross Cafe, located at Ross Home in North East Valley. We have a great range of hot and cold food, friendly service and a warm atmosphere that you are sure to enjoy. We look forward to serving you soon at Ross Cafe.
Step into Shop on Cal and discover a shop full of treasures. We have a fantastic range of vintage and retro clothes, upmarket clothing labels, collectible items, beautiful jewellery, quality linen and the best range of vintage haberdashery.
The season has changed, and at Ella Campbell Menswear in our 3 stores, Cromwell, South Dunedin and Mosgiel, we have it covered. Check out these jackets. They'll keep you warm and dry and stylish. Of course, we're known for our fashion shirts, but in the winter we do have our lovely warm shirts. Look at them all. And we're known for our great range of winter knitwear too. Don't forget our stretch moleskins, 6 colours.
Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits!
We'll keep you warm and dry and looking just great.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
You've seen us in the street, now find us online. Check out shopon.org.nz. We have all sorts of treasures, from retro and vintage clothing to antiques, homewares and accessories. New items added every week. We're open 24/7.
Thanks for staying with us. Volunteers at the Hampden Library have more than one reason to celebrate this year. Not only does 2019 mark the 150th anniversary of the North Otago Township's library, it's also been expanded and refurbished to better serve about 200 members.
Just some of the many books on offer at Hampden's Library following a recent refurbishment. Over the past several weeks, the library, which once occupied a single room at the Hampden Community Hall, now takes up 3 rooms.
We were very cramped, and with a modern library, you don't just come in to borrow books. You know, it's been a place where people come, they connect with other people.
McTavish says there's now ample space for the library's 2,000 books and 500 DVDs, which was lacking in the past.
It feels as though you've got room to breathe, and you can come in and look at books and choose at your leisure without the feeling that, you know, you've got 4 or 5 other people breathing over your shoulder and listening to every word you utter.
The facility also houses national and local government information and is in line to have its ageing technology updated as well. This year also marks the library's 150th anniversary.
The Hampden collection started out with the Hampden Mechanics Institute, and they built the first public building in Hampden when there were only about 20 houses in the district.
McTavish says that the library is still a great place for social connection, which is particularly important for small rural communities. In Hampden, the South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. Aspiring Central Otago boxers wanting to take a swing in the ring will soon have the opportunity, and it's set to be supporting a new mental health initiative. A young Dunedin actor is one of just a few lucky people selected for a 6-month job at Disney World in Florida after she applied for the role on a whim. And a multi-million-dollar revamp for Arrowtown's museum is closer to reality, with the consent being submitted for earthquake strengthening work. And now look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. Welcome, Craig Page. What have you got for us?
Good evening. Yeah, we've got more on the coroner's inquest into the death of the 2-year-old girl who was twice sent home from hospital with suspected viral infections, only to die hours later from leukaemia back in 2013. So the inquest into Hinehana Malsi's finished today, with the coroner reserving her decision. We've talked to the girl's mother, Tracy Alvins, who's in no doubt that the health system has failed her daughter, but she's determined to see changes to make sure this sort of thing doesn't happen again. So I guess we'll be waiting for the coroner's decision to come out in the next few weeks. And,
yeah, hopefully it prevents this happening again.
Yeah, horrible situation all around for everyone. On our Inside Out pages, we focus on the former Palmerston Courthouse, which has been turned into a home for a local couple. They've spent the past 18 months refurbishing it, but it's still, some people still think it's a courthouse and are knocking on the door expecting some sort of service. And in one instant, they had a person wandering into their lounge room thinking it was a public toilet. So,
oops.
Yeah, not very good.
No.
Huge history in the area. It was originally the Wakaoiti courthouse, but moved to Palmerston in the 1930s. So, yeah, they've done a really good job there, and it's well worth a read, that story. Lots of great sport with our Friday lift out as well. We catch up with our netball world champion, Shannon Saunders, who's back in Dunedin today after that exciting victory over Australia and Liverpool last weekend.
What a wonderful, wonderful thing.
Oh, it was great.
Fantastic.
Yeah, she's one of 3 steel players in the side, and you know, she was also one of the players who was dumped after last year's Commonwealth Games. So she's obviously thrilled to be back and on top of the world, I guess.
Comeback queen.
Yeah, exactly. And on the rugby front, it's a big day in Oamaru tomorrow. We've got the Otago taking the Ranfurly Shield north to play North Otago. Trains heading up from Dunedin and big crowd expected. A bit of an understrength Otago side, but I think they'll be still too strong. So it's going to be a great day.
Fantastic. And you can catch all of that in tomorrow's ODT. And now it's time for a look at the weather.
tonight's weather proudly brought to you by Mole Map.
Today's southern view is of one of the first daffodils of the season at Dunedin's Botanic Gardens. Looking at the situation, airflows will remain light tomorrow with not enough wind to blow the clouds away, but a change is coming with westerly airflow increasing this weekend. Starting off at the northwest of the South Island, Greymouth and Westport can expect clear skies and 15 degrees. Across to the northeast, Nelson and Blenheim are also due for a sunny day with a pleasant winter high of 16 degrees. Moving down to Canterbury, the clear skies continue for Kaikoura with 13 degrees, planned for 12 degrees and maybe a bit of cloud or two in Christchurch, and it's due to be sunny with 13 degrees for Ashburton. Looking at what's in store for the southern towns, Balclutha, the Catlins and Gore can all expect light northerlies, some high cloud and 11 degrees. Lumsden, you're similar but 1 degree warmer on 12. Travelling westward to the Central Lakes, we have light wind with some cloud for most of you. Queenstown and Tiana are aiming for 10 degrees, Wanaka 11 and Alexandra 12. Looking at the northern towns along the coast, Timaru and Oamaru can expect light northeasterlies, some cloud. Timaru you head for 12 and Oamaru you will reach 13. Inland in Marama and Twizel you'll have light winds, a high of 10 and Twizel reaches 11. In Dunedin, there'll be some cloud tonight with northeast winds and an overnight low of 5. Low cloud at first, followed by sunny periods throughout the day with a high of 14 and a low of 7. And fine with thick high cloud on Saturday with moderate northerlies, looking at a high of 13 and a low of 9. And moving to Invercargill, mostly fine tonight with an overnight low of 7. Fine tomorrow with sunny periods and some high cloud with light westerlies. Expect a high of 13 degrees and a low of 8. And northwesterlies freshen on Saturday with high cloud increasing with a chance of some rain later at night. A high of 14 and a low of 9. And that's all from the South Today team this Thursday. For the latest news from the southern region, head online to odt.co.nz and follow Channel 39 on Facebook and YouTube. Thanks for joining us. Have a great evening. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.